So we are leaving now Garden of Eden. Oh, there he is. It's on. It started raining. We're doing the road to Hana today. We didn't say that before. Let's take this little sticker out. But we're doing the road to Hana, and we're leaving Garden of Eden.
Show the line so people see how
There's
ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there is a line.
That's huge.
There's a line of cars there.
Ginormous to go in here.
And look, a peacock. That, yes, we did see a peacock fly. We saw a peacock spread his wings. Peacock.
He's hiding from the water.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at the line.
Look how far all the way out
Eden.
it goes.
Look, food and drinks.
What the hell? You want to get a food and drink?
Sure. Left Garden of Eden, and we actually stopped to get some curry. It was actually pretty good. It was like a vegetarian curry. Even Mauri tried it.
It was rice.
It was rice.
Pineapple.
I didn't really have that.
You don't have the pineapple?
I don't know. I didn't. Like, not chunks. I guess the flavor. And now it's still raining. Oh, this doesn't matter. I guess this one used to be a one-way. It's pretty raining, so we can't really see the beach. So the view here, we don't really have to stop because we're not gonna see anything. The only down. Oh, there's a must-see. This thing must do.
Well, we finally found a place to park in. It's been very difficult. But look how pretty the view is. Look at the trees, the rocks. Look at that. It was very difficult to find a place to park. Look at that, shit looks awesome. Yeah, looks really nice.
So you can see that.
Yeah.
That, like on a sunny day, that would.
Look at the water, how blue it is there. Wanna go down there? Yeah. ¿Qué es eso? This is, I think, for like voltage or something, eh?
Oh, it smells like disgusting.
Like disgusting? Like fish? There you go. Yeah, it does smell fishy. The water's so clean though. No? Wanna what? Careful, it's slippery. It looks like... Okay. Crabs. It says it used to be like a place to like park your boat or something.
Right there, look. The
Oh
black.
yeah. That's not hueco. Anything in there?
What is hissing? Look, it's hissing when we step on it. Get out. Step back in there.
I still hear it. Oh, it's hissing right there. Regardless. See, look how intense the water is there.
Okay, so let's do this again. I forgot all that. I made a video that I talked for like 5 minutes. I said a whole bunch of stuff. And I have to redo it because I wasn't recording. But now there's people by me. See, fresh coconut. Damn, and that was a cool video that I did.
Cool footage that it doesn't exist.
So here we have the master driver. Give me a...
You missed all the craziness that we thought we were filming.
So I just made like a 5-minute long video explaining everything. And like, was it recorded? Well, I feel like I was. Whatever. then we went 40 minutes past Hana to go to the Nakalele park to see the 7 sacred pools, which are not really sacred. It's a whole pyramid scheme, a whole marketing scheme to make people drive past Hana. Whatever. It was really pretty though. It had like a black sand beach, and then we were like super high. You remember when we were in Nakalele? How do you say it again? Whatever. When we were in the volcano, that Mauri kept saying like, "Oh, I want to go to the ocean. I want to go to the ocean. Let's keep going. Let's go on the trail. We're gonna go to the ocean." Yield. We went to the ocean. So this is a part of the volcano that led to the ocean, and it's like the reason it's called 7 sacred pools is because when the lava like was flowing from the volcano into the ocean, it made like little pockets, many different pockets that water kind of collects there. And there's a little waterfall from the runoff from the mountain, and it goes into the ocean. Okay, so the road to Hana itself wasn't so bad. It was tight, it was whiny, it was
after the piece of shit.
It was intense, but it wasn't bad. That was a little food stand, but the road after Hana was the one that was really intense. It was really tight. It was supposed to be a two-way, but 2 cars did not fit in there. I had recorded it, but didn't get saved. The only thing that I didn't like about the road to Hana was the food. Everything was super expensive, like $20 for 5 fried shrimp with frozen French fries, $20 for 5 ribs. Every food place had like 20-minute line. We made a 20-minute line for a banana bread and a hot dog, and I didn't get a banana bread because I had run out. The hot dog that Mauri got took forever. I ended up spending $20 in a banana bread and a coffee. $17. The coffee was good. We needed it. Mauri was feeling a little tired. He's been driving. We've been driving since like 6:30. Yeah. We left like at 6. We left like at 6 o'clock this morning, and it's 4:45, and we're not like we just started the drive back home. It takes 2 hours, but I'm expecting it to take like 3 hours, just because we do have to go soft, very careful. But yeah, the Mauri wanted to do the back road, that it's like through the other side of the volcano, that everybody says that it's super intense. Thank God we did not, because we had a taste of it, and it was very nerve-wracking. It was very intense.
Frustrating.
Yeah, I'll show you.
See, look like this type of stuff.
See, like here, the road to Hana, you have to yield, but it tells you like, oh, you have to yield here. Then the other side, it gives them a sign, and it also tells them to yield there. Like it's very labeled.
They didn't have that. You just had to go.
Yeah, the other one said yield, but it didn't really show people where to yield. And sometimes the yield sections were like very far from each other. Like the one-way section were very far from each other. So we had to do like Manchadra in one section. We had to like almost hit the rocks in another section, which I got on video, but I didn't record it.
This is where the beach was.
Yeah, so here was where the red sand beach was. Huli chicken. We have to try huli chicken. What the heck is huli chicken? I'm guessing it's barbecue chicken.
Probably.
Everywhere we see huli chicken.
Look at the beach, the ocean.
The oceano. But yeah, this side, since we are in Hana right now, the road is awesome.
Everything's chill.
It's a town. They have a church. They have a grocery store. Like they have a school. It's a town. But this is Hana. We made it to Hana, and now we're going back. So I'll show you guys later the road to Hana back. Oh look, we saw a little mountain, a little island that has a palm tree on top of it.
That's something to do with Maui.
Yes, it has to do. There's 2 legends. One was that Maui, the god of the sun, used his hook to cows to bring up the Hawaiian Islands, and when he was doing that, he brought up that island too. And the other theory was that Hana, I don't know, the god of fire and the god of ocean were sisters. I don't remember their names. And then the god of fire kept making like fire holes or volcanoes to live in, and her sister the goddess of the ocean kept throwing water on them. So the other legend, oh geez Louise, the other legend is that that was one of her home, and then her sister kind of like threw water over it and apagó el fuego. But yes, I'll show you guys later the road. Mauri, how are you feeling?
Good.
Are you tired?
Feeling like a Hawaiian.
Do you need a foot rub?
No.
A right foot rub? The little foot has been pressing the little accelerator for literally the whole day. It's about to be, it's gonna be 12 hours. When we get to the hotel, it's gonna be that we've been driving for 12 hours, or we've been on the road for 12 hours. Tomorrow we have the Luau. So tomorrow the plan is to go diving in the morning, kind of come back, you know, not leave the hotel so early, sleep in a little bit.
I think on the way back I'm gonna put gas.
Okay.
Gas? We're gonna be like a half a tank.
Not bad. Plan for tonight. Excuse me. The plan for tonight is to put gas in Costco when we get into town. Which Costco is 45 minutes away from the hotel, but it's like we've been there 3 times. I feel like we've been there every day that we've been here.
Well, this is the third time we put gas now.
Yes, and we've been here for 4 days.
4 days? 3 days? I don't know. I lost.
We came the 14th, yeah, 3 days. We came the 14th, so this is the 17th. See, that's the Hana church. This video is just all over the place. This video is all over the place.
This is Hana.
So this is the...
How peaceful and beautiful it is. This is like the calm before the storm. But if you would have seen earlier, the actual footage that we were filming earlier, that was intense.
We got one, we were like super close to the thing. So what a lot of people do,
we were hugging a car.
That's a hotel. What a lot of people do is when they come here, they stay here at night in Hana, so they don't have to drive back.
Probably like $1 billion.
Probably. But there's a lot of abandoned stuff. Sorry. That was...
It's not a weird truck.
This reminds me of like Cuba.
Why? It's very like either some houses are super taken care of, some are like
ugly.
The binga.
Okay, but I'm gonna record later when we're in the road to Hana again. So this is the road to Hana. See how it's still, we don't yield, we yield to us. It's still tiny, it's still windy. Just a little bit, but yield to oncoming traffic.
Something happened.
Oh yeah, here in the one way.
In the one way, you see, they're both trying to get through the bridge, and the minivan fucked
Oh my god,
up.
he
Oh
hit
my
the
god, he's
bottom.
gonna fall. Oh,
Oh, he hit the bottom, hit the bottom.
because he didn't wait, he just went. Because here you're supposed to wait and then look. And if it's your turn, you go.
Is there a car coming?
Yeah, there's a car coming. No, no car coming.
No.
So we go.
Now we came to see the blowhole. The blowhole's all the way down there. We've already descended, climbed down from all the way to the top. I don't know if you see the people with the white shirt and the blue shirt. We were higher, like we're up all the way to the top, and then we've come down, climbed all of these rocks down, and we have to keep on climbing down. It's not a bad climb. It's not a bad descent. I think the way up is gonna be a little bit harder. But so far, so good. A lot of people do this. So there's like a lot of, not recording myself. A lot of people do this, so there's like the path. It's like an easier-ish path. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty hard. It's still kind of hard to put, but this part here is easy. Pretty flat terrain. And we saw the blowhole blue once. But I haven't seen it blown anymore. See, we still have to keep going.
Look at that rock.
Lower. Oh yeah.
Looks like
this rock looks cool. Oh, the blowhole's over there. It's blowing right now, actually. It's not that big right now because I guess the surf is not that big, but it's there in that pool. Okay. No, what I was saying is like, we'll keep walking, like by where those people came up, or by here.
it says warning danger.
Oh, but where it says warning danger. Excellent.
That was the sign.
Okay.
I think the Maria comes to this high or something.
I'm gonna come here. Hold on to this rock. That rock was very pinchy. Oh my god. And we are in warning sign. But the warning sign just says not to get close to it. It says swim at your own risk. You gotta run.
You said lifeguard?
That's a lifeguard right there. See? He's virtually. He's lifeguarding through Zoom. Should we follow his path? Over there. Right there, look.
So here we are in the blowhole. Me and Lisandra. If you look around in the crowd, look how many people are blowing. They're waiting for the blow. Oh, that guy over there. Some lady over there. This person from across the rock. Those rockers over there. Everywhere we look, everyone's waiting for it to blow. Waiting for it to blow. There it goes.
Kind of blew.
It kind of blew.
The high tide is not really high.
But
right
the tide is not high enough, apparently. Because you see that? That right there looks like a warning sign saying that you cannot go beyond that level. And I think it has a floaty there to tell you that's where like the water reaches. But
I don't think so.
yes, it is. I read it on the sign up there.
No, that's
that
just
says
like
danger.
in case somebody falls, it's a
Is that what they're gonna?
salvavidas, so you throw it to them.
It's duct taped to a pole. I read it on the sign up there. Look at all the weathering on the rocks.
Now this all it all came from the second volcano in Maui, which is not the Hakalaka. It's the other one, the one that's we're close to.
You wanna go down there since it's low tide and go look at the water?
Sure.
We can go this way. Go, you lead the way. I'm gonna record you. Show your. I gotta show your rock climbing skills. I'm gonna balance myself. I got it. Go, go. Show how adventurous you are. Our adventure. Climbing down.
Very adventurous.
No, that's. There you go. Good stuff.
How are you gonna do it?
Same way.
Do it over here.
I
There's
got.
no rocks. There's no rocks there.
I trained for this before we came. What do you think I was doing other than wedding planning?
It's a nice boulder.
It's huge. A giant rock.
We're gonna go this way.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna go. Look at the water. See how it looks.
We go this way, right?
Yeah.
This is not concrete. It's just like the other place. Is it a
No, this is
system?
not the same. That's chicle.
Oh. Nature. No, it's just people.
That's what they call red chicle. Dude, that little kid climbed this.
I don't know how.
I don't know, he was good. Oh, I think through here. He went through here.
Hey, you look like what?
No, through here, look. And up. This place is so beautiful though, no? So natural, everything. Look at that water. The water's so nice. Look, you see, I think normally the mareas to where this dark is. So right here we'll be getting wet. Yeah. So we're in low tide. That's why I said be cautious of the surf. So we came with the water a little too low. I think that's why this place is kind of empty.
It didn't.
Oh, blue? Let's look over here though. Yeah, I see. Oh, this is... No, this is a little higher, yeah. Look at all the rocks. Someone falls here, dead.
Let's get closer to the edge. Honey, I was kidding.
I know, but I'm looking at it. It would be nice to get on that rock over there.
Let's do it.
But look at this view. Boom. Where is the geyser hole?
There.
Oh, look. Earlier it was better. I think maybe it's not windy enough too.
I'm cooking with...
Oh, there we go. Did it? You saw it? Where are we right now? ¿Cómo se llama la playa esta?
Honolulu Bay something or something.
Honolulu, no sé qué carajo. Mira esa vista. We went to another one that was horrible. That was the same, but super rocky and muddy. Pero este está lindo. Super nice. And it was really hard to find parking here. I had to dar como 17 vueltas por todo esto. And the water is freezing. So we just got to the water, then it started to pick up. Now you cannot see underwater because it's starting to pick up the wind. And since the wind picked up,
Yeah,
it's like 11.
11:41. Like midday here, the wind gets really windy.
Really windy. And I'm bringing it closer because I don't know if you could hear like what we're saying.
Windy.
It actually calmed down.
Yeah. Oh, a giant wave is coming.
Holy cow! Look at this. Get hit!
Whee!
Oh. Okay. What? Oh shoot!
Oh my god.
Our stuff?
No.
It's close. I think maybe we should move or no?
What?
Holy moly! Well, the waves have for sure picked up. It looks good for like body surfing, no? What happened?
Don't tempt me with a good time.
We don't have a bodyboard though. But the water got less visible.
Do I look like a neon
It still looks
sign?
nice though when you look at it.
Yeah.
Huh? It's
No,
just
but stick the thing on the water. When... Yeah, we're in the middle.
That's where you want it to be. I was before behind it.
You know what? There's like random areas of the fan. It's really cold.
I know. And it's freezing.
Yeah, it's weird. No, but like here it's not. But earlier, earlier I had my toes in a place where it was really cold. But here we're in a bay in between two mountains.
Crazy how like it sucks you.
Yeah,
You know?
it takes you a lot. Two mountainous area. Look at this. I'm like flying out. I'm trying to. I'm having a hard time reaching the floor.
Phenomenal crash like that.
Oh no. So, Mauri, did you tell him how it was hard to find a parking lot by us?
Yeah, I already said 17 minutes more.
So today has been pretty adventurous. We went to the blowhole first. It was a nice area, the blowhole wasn't blowing. Then we went to a bay, not that nice. Now we can hear, really nice. After, if we have time, we're gonna go to another beach.
No, we're leaving in a little bit.
We could leave at 2.
Not so late.
The thing is at 5:30.
What thing?
Luau.
No, I want to go to another beach.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. I said later we're gonna go to another beach. You said, no, not that late. I thought you meant like you didn't want to go to the hotel that late.
No.
Because tonight we have a luau at 5:30.
Dude, look at that.
And we gotta dress really nice for that.
I don't know, but I'm still like amazed by the mountain. Like, that mountain over there looks so cool.
Oh my god, it's taking me. It took us.
I know.
Like when the big wave comes down.
Oh, but still.
When the big wave comes.
So it sucks you can stick your feet in the ground.
I reach here.
Okay, so we started off by seeing this turtle that's all over there. See, there's a lady taking pictures with it. And then we saw some people walking down from this hill, and they were telling us that look, there's turtles, because we had told them about that turtle. But where'd the baby turtle go?
Over there.
So if you look closely right there, you're gonna see there's a baby turtle right on top of the rock. And now, yeah, I see him. And if we keep looking, there's more of them. They told us that there's like a bunch of them. They don't know if they're mating or doing what. So now we're gonna go see them. Yeah, so we're in the process to go see them in this beautiful view. So look, there's more that way. What do you mean horrible timing?
There's more rock climbing.
Yeah, so our whole trip has been a lot of rock climbing, which is pretty awesome. We're relaxing under that shade over there by the turtle. And then we were taking just literally a little break. And then we saw some people and they just told us more adventure. So we're like, screw it, let's do more adventure. Might as well. But here's a turtle laying out there. So that means this reef must be really nice, which I think we should check it out, but probably not today because we have a luau later. But we will check it out soon. Maybe dive the whole reef. Look, 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 he's coming to the edge. There's a big one going to the edge, you saw it?
Yeah.
This is pretty awesome. So this reef has to be beautiful. We'll check it out tomorrow or the day after. Tomorrow we have, I think, a thing, no?
Yeah.
So the day after tomorrow we'll have to jump in here and swim this, whatever. Yeah, for this we probably need patarana. But look, there's a nice structure here. This is right there. Still the bite. We can swim this. No, man. We went further without patarana. Oh, look, 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 look. Right there. They're
mating. Okay.
No, it's only one.
Yeah.
Oh, he went down.
Did he get it?
Yeah, I think. Oh, he's coming up. What the heck? He's right here. Yeah, he's huge. I know, he's getting like against some rock. Oh, he went down. I think he's scared of us or something. It's really pretty. Wow. Now I'm kind of scared. I don't know if this is a good reef to swim, but It has to be pretty. I won't get close to these rocks.
Yeah, the rocks are crazy.
But I wonder why he's just like chilling here. You think he's waiting for the one that's laying the babies? And we have that one that's just chilling over there. I don't know if you see it.
Look.
What? Zen. I made a Zen thing.
Look, it's right here.
Oh yeah. That does not look comfortable, my friend. Maybe that's why the other one got out. He's like, bro, I'm tired. Alright, let's keep going. Oh look, more people are here. Oh, this is where we came from yesterday.
Yeah, they came out by there.
Oh, we missed this. Oh, nah. Stepped in the muddy water. What? What happened?
What were you doing?
I know, I'm gonna stick my foot in the clean water after. Like there, the river water. Looking. Look at this view. Why don't I see my face? Oh well. There we go. So this looks like a nice refill, all of this.
Oh look, there's more over there.
Oh yeah, let's.
You can't go. Oh look, there's one right there.
We can go a little more. Just on that flat surface part. Just go to the flat surface. And there I can probably clean my foot too. Look at the crowd. Oh man, got it. Now I'm looking at a turtle. He's gonna get dizzy. He's going in that like tide pool thing.
Again, slow kicking high gear. Sweet, right on. Give yourselves a round of applause.
What?
Some of us have lofty dreams. We're going to show the beautiful beach. Bring the right arm up in the air and left arm pulls across. Very good. Try that again. There's the sandy beach. The next words of the song say every day. So you're going to make a big round sun. She does a dance for me. Show those lovely hula hands. It's a dance everyone should see. Point 3 times. You and you and you. And hands come to the hips. Those are all the hand motions. The last part of the hula will bend the knees and we'll rotate those hips in circles. Show me what you're working with. Circles don't have any corners. Smooth it on out. Smooth it out. This is called ummi. We have a total of 5 ummi, 2 slow and 3 fast. Let's try it together. We'll go slow, slow, and fast. Fast, fast. Again, slow, kicking high gear. Sweet, right on. Give yourselves a round of applause.
What?
And how it's bluer as it gets on out, and that's because all the sediment's getting stirred up there. So what happens is that when it goes to snorkeling on the shoreline, you can't see your hand in front of your face. So we are going to stay at Molokini all day, weather permitting, on the winds, but we're going to stay there as long as we can and maximize our snorkel time. We're probably going to stay there about 2 hours or so, and because again the shoreline is getting pummeled by surf, and it's just the way it works. Sometimes we don't make Molokini as the winds are too strong, and every day is different when it comes to the weather. That being said, as I mentioned to you, usually the latter end of the day, the winds do tend to pick up. So hats, towels, t-shirts, things like that, folks. I just ask you to just be mindful of that. I think that's pretty much about it. As I mentioned, when I talk about islands, I'll talk some more stuff with you. But make yourselves comfortable. Please use the handrails and walking all around the boat.
There's so many triggerfish.
It's so cold, no?
Switch are not like ours. It's so hard.
They're a little harder. Let's go. Stand too close.
As celestial navigators would be at that location learning the stars. What a lot of people don't know is that the Polynesians, on their voyaging canoes, they did not have compasses to navigate the oceans. No, they used the stars. And this art was almost lost. And in 1976, they found one guy left down in the South Pacific, still able to do it. And they brought him up here to Hawaii. And they built the voyaging canoe, Hokulea. Now I was about 11 or 12 years old that day with my canoe club. We escorted Hokulea as it then shot on down south. Now if you look at that island, it kind of looks like a whale or dolphin. Kind of does. If you see that little midsection right there, little tiny dolphin fin,
where?
That was a very important spot in the days of old Hawaii. About a month later, they reached Tahiti, proving it could be done. Now this art is being taught. In fact, classmates of mine are now the navigators on that same very vessel, Hokulea. Well over 5 years ago, they sailed around the world. Think about that. No compass, no GPS, no iPhones. Yeah, just the stars. They're about to embark on a 3-year adventure around the whole Pacific. It's going to take them 3 years. On the right side, across the waters there, that would be the island of Lanai, and it is known as the Pineapple Island, and at one time supplied a fifth of the world's pineapple. Due to expensive labor costs here in the United States, it's nowadays cheaper to find pineapple in other countries. So they phased out of pineapple, got involved in tourism. Now if you look behind us, all the way towards the forward left side of the boat is the island of Maui, the Valley Island. That big mountain that you see on the left side is Haleakala, which means House of the Sun. Now it is the tallest dormant volcano. It reaches heights of around 10,023 feet above sea level. Very pretty up there to watch a sunrise. And if you're into hiking, hiking inside the crater is awesome. Now Maui was named after the demigod Maui. As legend has it, Maui had climbed up to the top of Haleakala, lassoing the sun, refusing to let him go. Maui made a deal with the sun. He will let him go if he slowed down 6 months out of the year. These islands that you see surrounding us are represented as Maui County. We are actually in the shallowest channel of the Hawaiian chain. Get to be about 300 feet at the deepest in between these islands that you see. Now, when you get to the outskirts, it just drops off to about 18,000 feet. Yeah, that's pretty deep. Now, the Northern Pacific humpback whales love these shallow waters when they're down here. Right now, they're off the coast of Alaska where they're spending their summer feeding. When winter creeps up, then we'll start to migrate south. Some of them will migrate down the coast of Baja California, and some of them will migrate up the small islands off of Japan. But a majority of them come right down into Hawaii. Now, if you're thinking about checking out whales, I'd say February, March, best time of the year, in my opinion.
Ready? I guess I can take it.
But it looks kind of hot. And I'm tall, so let's see if I can hold on though, but I'm actually like 5.
Have you done that before?
Yeah. Twice already.
Yeah, that
Oh, it tastes like honey. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, so check-in. I feel like we haven't filmed in days. Today is June 22nd. Tomorrow, sadly, is our last day in paradise. Very sad. Okay, so the 20th, because we went diving, we recorded that, but we didn't talk about our experience going to Molokini Island crater. So 2 days ago, the 20th, we went to Molokini crater, which we did record the coral there. So the check-in, we went on a boat. We went on Pride of Maui. The check-in was at 7:30. We got there at 7:30. The check-in was a little bit later. We sailed out, like we left the harbor at 8. When we came in, they had like little plates for us. Oh my God, we have to clean this. This is salt water.
I'm just trying to hide the windows. It's okay.
Okay, this is salt water and it smells kind of bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I still don't have my hands. Okay, so when we got into the boat, they had like plates set up for breakfast. They had 2 slices of orange, pieces of pineapple, a blueberry muffin, a piece of croissant, and that's it, right?
Jelly.
Jelly, and then they had to drink. They had water, coffee, and poi juice, which is passion fruit, orange, guava, POG. Gotta pop my ears. Oh my god, the camera smells so bad. So then after that, we went up to the, like, smell it. Smell my fingers. So we haven't washed the camera since we've been here. So the water smells bad. Okay, so then after that, we went up to the top deck. We sat down, we had our breakfast, and we drove. It was a slow drive. I think, like I said, we were going like 9 miles an hour out. Excuse me, we got to Molokini. And we dove. It was pretty good, right? The dive there. There was a lot of coral.
You wanna go back?
No. I do, but I don't want to go. I want to. We have a destination to go to in a timely manner. The dive there was cool. There was like a drop off because Molokini crater is a volcanic vent that kind of comes up from the ground. It's a crescent shape. So we were diving there. There was a lot of triggerfish, a lot of coral, a lot of
it was a vent.
Pines. Not pines. What I called? Not porcupines. Sea urchins. And there was sea stars as well. Then on the way back, so we were there for 2 hours. We were supposed to be there for an hour and then go to Turtle Town for another hour, but the swells have been really intense, and he said that the visibility was really bad in Turtle Town, so we just stayed the 2 hours there. It had also a slide. The slide was pretty fun. We also recorded the slide. The slide was good. And then from there, when we were coming back, they had lunch for us. So lunch, we had a choice of hamburger or cheeseburger with cheese, whatever, hot dog, and chicken breast. So, was that your bag that cracked?
No.
Oh, so me and Mauri both got the chicken breast. It was chicken breast in a hamburger bread with cheese and chips. And what did you think of the chicken?
It was good.
It was good. It was really good. It wasn't dry. It was like it was marinated like in soy sauce. It was good. What did we do after the? So we went to Big Beach. We went later in the day. So the thing here is that later in the day it gets super, 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 super windy. Were able to get in because the waves were so intense. Okay. So now yesterday we went to surfing. So yesterday we tried surfing for the first time. We woke up in the morning and we were supposed to do a Wailea Ridge Trail, but we read that the road to get there was pretty intense. There's somebody there. I don't see any car. Sorry, we're doing the this part. We're doing the road to Hana again for the second time, and there's more traffic this time than the first time. The first time it was like we were alone on the road. Now there's a lot more traffic, so we have to be more careful. Okay, so yesterday when we woke up, we were supposed to go to Wailea Ridge Trail, but we read online that the road to get there was kind of like intense, more intense than the road to Hana, and that the trail that we were supposed to go on was a 5-mile round trip. It's good, but the second half is really intense because you have to climb down and then you have to climb up. Very steep, very muddy, very wet. So we're just like, you know what? We've done a bunch of climbing. We've done a bunch of sightseeing. There's a yield here.
That's it.
Let's just skip it. So we skipped it. We went to Front Street for breakfast. We're like, let's just have a big breakfast. And then like because we also wanted to do surfing, and then we'll see like to do surfing today instead. So we went to Down the Hatch for breakfast. And it was really good. I got huevos rancheros. It's kind of spicy, but really good. Mauri got
Locomoco.
Southern style locomoco, which is also really good. The food there, we've gone there twice for lunch and for breakfast, and both times amazing food. Then we signed up for surf school, and our class was at 1:30. So we had time, you know, like from breakfast to surf to like kind of chill. So we went to Black Rock Beach, which is right next to our hotel that we haven't been there yet, to kind of snorkel. We saw 2 sea turtles. That place was cool. Like it had a lot of coral pretty close to the shore, but the only thing is that lately the swells have been so intense, like the waves have been crashing on the shoreline so much that we couldn't really see much. Like the visibility was not that great. So we did swim out all the way to the end, and then we kind of like hugged the corner. There's a yield here. But I felt like we were kind of like far out. And there's no one. We were kind of far out, so we didn't stay there for that long. But it was nice. So far, the best snorkeling spot has been Kapalua, which was the first spot that we went to. It was
also, we had better visibility.
Yeah, at the beginning of the week, like because there's a website, Instagram that's called the Snorkel Report, that every morning tells you like how good the visibility is. And when we first got here, it was 10s. Now it's like 6s, 3s, 2s, because there's so many waves crashing in the shoreline que revuelve arena.
It lifts the sun.
Yeah, so it's like you can't see anything. So we started off really good, and then it's been going down as you know, the waves having, but that's okay. At least we get to see good ones. So now to surfing. We just got like the first shop that we saw. We're like, hey, can we go surfing? Surfing lessons. It was, how much was it? $60 for each of us. Like $60, so $120. And it was a group lesson. And I was like, at the beginning, I was me and Mauri, we were both like, oh my god, like we don't even know if this is true, because they didn't give us a receipt or anything. We just paid, and they're like, okay, come back later. So we're trying to find them like on the internet to see if it was a legit place or not. Like, who are we? Like, what did we just pay $120 to? But happened to be pretty good. Was our group was just 4 people, and there was 2 instructors, so literally there was like no time for you to rest. The surfing part was pretty easy, right? We both got up on the first try.
Also, we had a really big board.
Like we had this huge board. We both got up in the first try. That part wasn't hard. The hard part that like my back today is so super sore is the paddling. You have to like keep, like you surf for 20 seconds.
You have to earn the wave.
Yeah, you surf that wave for like 10 seconds or 20 seconds, however long it is. But then you have to like paddle your way back to the thing. You have to paddle to get the wave. So it's a lot of paddling. And since our group was so small and there was 2 instructors, literally you rode the wave. You had to paddle to get out of like the zone that people are surfing in, and then you had to paddle out to meet the guy again. So it was like there was no time. It was surf for a little bit, paddle, surf for a little bit, paddle, and then like we were there for 2 hours. Right at the beginning, I felt like the waves were less intense, but then after it kind of like picked up a little more, and paddling out was the worst. But it was fun. It was cool. Mari, what did you think about it?
It was awesome. It was so intense for me that I ended up barfing, but because I had to paddle like a lot.
Yeah, Mari got a little too tired.
And I wasn't expecting to paddle so much, but I was dying.
He was good the first hour. The second hour he didn't do so good. He threw up.
I would say it lasted like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but I think no, it was a little longer than that. But it was also because when he got tired, I think you overexerted yourself, but also you were like, he was laying like flat on his board, just hanging onto the buoy.
Before.
Oh, before that?
Yeah, before that. The laying was actually making me feel better.
Oh, I thought that was like I was seasick.
Oh. No, I didn't get seasick, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh.
Like I felt just bad. It was the paddling that was making me feel bad.
But the surfing was really good. We paid for the pictures, so we have some cool
The guy
pictures.
says that I had to train more stamina. He says you do this more, you get more stamina.
Yeah, so
my stamina was very low.
Today, which is the day after, my ribs are super sore. I think it's like from like laying on the board.
Abs too.
My abs, yeah, my abs too. But my ribs are the ones that are killing me, like to touch, like they're tender to touch. My back is super sore. What happened to me once was that I was trying to pedal out to the guy, because there was a guy called Kihei, which I was a main instructor. I think he was the owner of the store. It was freaking like 7 feet tall.
It's like The Rock, but with hair.
Yeah.
Like the Rock from Scorpion.
Oh, he wasn't strong.
Yeah, like normal. But
he was just like huge. He was like 7 feet tall. And there was another guy called Jedi, and he was like an American dude.
Jedi, this one, not Jedi.
Jedi.
Jedi, like Star Wars.
Yeah. What was I calling him?
Jedi, like like Yoda, but instead of Y, it's a J.
Okay, whatever.
Jedi.
Called Jedi, and he was like a crazy American dude. He was a little more intense. The other guy, the Kihei, he was like more calm. Safe. Yeah, more safe. The other guy would like throw you on top of people. He would like.
But the other guy, I feel like you learn more with him.
With who?
With the crazy one.
The American guy, yeah. Like he's like, oh, this time you're gonna get it by yourself, girl. You got this. He's like pedal hard, pedal hard.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna help you. I got the wave. But there was one time that he was telling me to go like way far out because after the waves were coming in like further out. So I had to paddle far as hell. I was so tired. And this huge wave comes. And I'm like, when the wave comes, you have to like do a push up on your board to like not get whatever. So when the huge wave comes, it gets me and like it flips me sideways and it just like rides it. And then I kind of like try to turn myself to, you know, ride it good. And I didn't get up on it, but I did run somebody over. Because I was like, you know, I could have ridden it, but I was like, so many people here. So then I did run somebody over.
I felt like after, that was what was scaring me too.
There's so many people?
Yeah, like I almost ran over a Chinese guy like 10 times.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I mastered in my head.
Let me not say Chinese, just a guy.
Yeah. In my head, I feel like I mastered the turning techniques, just because I feel like one time I was going straight to the rocks and I turned, and then one time I was going like toward the people and I turned.
Look, we're almost there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's the halfway where we want to have lunch.
But overall it was really like, it was a really cool fun experience, and it wasn't as hard as what I thought the balancing part was gonna be really hard. That wasn't hard. Again, the hard part and the tiring part and the part that like sucked the life out of you was the paddling part. Any more remarks, Mauri?
It was fun.
It was fun.
I'll do it again.
I will do it again too. I'll probably like next time
rent a board
and try to do it myself.
Well, I wouldn't mind taking one more class, like just to feel confident. And then rent the board the next day.
Yeah. The only thing that I didn't do good, I feel like I didn't do good, was the falling part. Because when you fall, you're supposed to like fall and grab your board, right? Or fall on
next
the board.
To it.
Like
no, you don't fall on it.
No. Yeah, he said the best thing to do it.
And then grab it with your hands.
Yes.
But you fall feet first.
Yes, but he also said to like, if you can, which I did that a couple of times, because once a wave is not like, doesn't have speed, you know, you lose speed. So there I did go back into the board, which I have pictures of me doing that, I think.
No, now it's you getting up on the board.
Probably. But what I feel like I did really bad was the falling. Because you're supposed to fall and grab it. I would just fall. I will fall like feet first, butt first, but I would just fall like.
You have to say,
and my board would like fly off into the distance.
This is our photographer.
Look at this house. How beautiful it looks. There's no roof on it. So we did pay for the pictures. There's a photographer. He gave us a sticker of his thing.
His company.
He takes pictures of surfers.
No, but you have to say what the Nokaioi.
Kibo Nokaioi.
Nokaioi means
photographic.
That you're the best.
This means we're halfway to Hana, guys. So yeah, we are doing the road to Hana again for the second time because we have to see the Black Sand Beach, which we were supposed to go 2 days ago from 3 to 6, but it was too late, so we canceled it. We were so tired, and
I think that's what we were supposed to do after the snorkeling.
Maybe, yeah, after the snorkeling, yeah,
we were supposed to, but we got too tired, so we decided to book another day.
Yeah, we were, yeah, right.
That's what it was.
We were supposed to go, yeah. After the Pride tomorrow, we were supposed to come roll to Hana to go to the Black Sand Beach.
Then we went to the beach.
We went to our beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went to go eat. That was what we did.
Yeah. But okay, so we rebooked the freaking Black Sand Beach again.
So
another 20 bucks.
20 bucks.
And our appointment was from 7 to 10 because they have to make a reservation and then you have to be in the allotted time. It's 9 o'clock yet, and we're halfway there.
Our time is from 7
to 10. We're supposed to get there in 30 minutes. So we're going to be there for 30 minutes and then drive 2 hours back.
I don't think it's going to be exactly like kick you out at the time.
I don't know. But it's okay because there's some stops in the road to Hana that we haven't done yet. That's good. So the road to Hana so far has been pretty easy.
Yeah. I think it's also...
We've done it already.
We're already locals.
We're already... Locals? No, locals. We're already locals. Okay,
already know this.
We're like pitando the people going too slow. We're like, get out of the way!
No,
Tourists!
We've been here for a week. We feel like we own this place already.
So yeah,
We run this.
We'll record again when we get to the black sand beach.
The thing that throws us off is that we're driving these rented Jeep.
No one knows it's rented.
Because it's older.
Okay, peace. We'll record again when we get to Black Sand Beach. I just wanted to kind of like update on everything we've done because I feel like we started off recording everything and then we kind of like just lived it and not recorded as much.
Yeah.
Which is good too, but I wanted to have a memory of what we've done so far.
And documentation.
Even though we have taken a bunch of pictures. Okay, bye. Going to the Cave of Wonders. Mauri's leading the pack. Gotta crouch down. Careful for the animals, the lions.
This is cool.
Wait.
So here we are in the Black Sand Beach. Look. There you see. What? I know, it sounds like beads when you walk on it. It's not the stablest surface. Not gonna lie. There's like stuff going on there. Hana.
Was it cold?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's all ice around there.
No urinating or defecating in cave.
Cave is not a toilet. Doesn't this look like it's freaking like barbed wire? That's I guess people do not jump. I guess check it out on their own. I'm recording right now. We're going to see a lava tube. We have some lights. Show the lights this one. There's the lights that we have home. Same ones. Huh? Now we're going down into this cave of wonders. Holy shit.
It's pretty dark.
Dark, steep, and watch out. Low ceiling. Good thing they were short.
Don't worry, I have a tiny head.
Not a tiny head. We're short.
So this is where the lava will flow by. Here.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, right? I think we're gonna see the geological stuff when we get in.
Okay, so this one here is where the lava will flow by.
I guess at one time they would light it up. There's a light there. I guess it's cooler if you have your own light.
Here, the lava flows by. About the cave, the whole inside here is called the skylight.
Fue 15 pesos por persona, ¿vale?
Generally,
Oh wait, wait to read it when I get there.
the hole you descend into the cave is called the skylight. Generally, the ceiling of the cave is 30 to 60 feet thick, making it incredibly strong. Structurally, the skylight hole was a spring spot where the ceiling collapsed. The cave goes uphill for approximately 1.5 miles and downhill for approximately half a mile. We believe that at this point, only half of the cave has been discovered. The floor of the cave has only been modified slightly and is still mostly natural and irregular. Please watch your step.
Dude, but this is cool over here.
This lava tube was formed approximately 960 years ago when molten lava spewed up from underground and flowed downward towards the sea. As the lava flowed down, the top of the floor cooled and formed a hard crust. The lava continued to flow beneath for approximately 2 years, continuing down cutting the hole. In effect, making the lake taller and larger. When the lava drained out, we were left with this gigantic subterranean hole, the 18th largest lava tube in the world. It's also the largest by far on this island.
Cool. What is this talking about? Moray eel?
The moral eel and fallout shelter. All caves have certain formations that resemble other things. Here on the side wall on your right is what we call the head of the moral eel. It's actually separated wall lining which peeled away from the wall slightly and then was flowed over and over by lava flow. It clearly resembles the head and mouth of a moral eel.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, I see it, I see it.
Right here.
Ah. So now they were talking about
A
Moray
little
eel.
further down on your left, signs are still posted for nuclear fallout shelter. Our government doesn't seem to worry about any more of this cave can only support 15 people and the 6 weeks necessary to stay on the ground. Because of the owners have actually stockpiled enough food, water, and flashlights for himself and 14 women.
Only woman.
El
Ese viejo ese cobra a todo el mundo 15 pesos y después... What? Why? Also, we're wasting 3. But look at this, dude. Oh, look, there's a nuclear sign. It wasn't joking. Look, fallout shelter starts here. Holy moly. Fallout shelter. Can I walk over here?
No.
No? Oh, okay. I wanted to. Oh, this is muddy. I don't want to walk there.
Huh?
It's muddy there. I guess it rained.
Like lava.
Yeah, I just noticed I'm not supposed to be here. I was off path.
The lava pools. These right here, these are called lava pools. Instead of icicles, lava pools. Lava pools are merely drips of frozen lava. When the level of the lava flowing through the cave rises and touches the ceiling and then drops again, molten lava sags and quickly hardens to form lava stalacticles. Icicles, lavacles. Some of them are extended by the tips by the growth of the... I'm gonna stop reading.
Alright, keep watching. Stalacticles never grow back. Calcite, so it's like calcium. That's what that is. This is calcium.
There's no bats in here, so we're good.
Yeah, that's what it said, no bats.
Careful.
It's freaking dark, dude. You gotta watch your step.
Gold. The gold sparkling.
There's gold in here?
No, the gold sparkling on the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. Here is it sparkling.
Oh yeah, I see it shiny. What is it?
It's not actual metallic as it appears. It's a light form that is called which means its chemical lives offshore. Amazingly, it's a rock-eating bacteria which lives in a total dark. Experts maintain that it has been on the planet for over 3.8 to 4 billion years. This makes it one of the earliest life forms on the planet.
It's what? Oh, for how I dry?
Oh, I got that.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it is the lava dry looking. That's cool. Oh, you guys can go. Of course. Oh. No problem.
Turn off your light. You have darker than that.
Oh, it's gonna be completely dark.
Oh, it is pretty dark.
You couldn't see anything.
Honey, what are you putting?
Everything. Oh.
Property of...
No, ropey.
Oh. You probably noticed a rippling section of the floor just passed over when the running fluid lava flowed down through the cave. At very last, the top of the flow cooled and skimmed over. As fluid lava underneath tendered to drag it along, a bit more of the top bunch of it up.
Alright, we get it. Oh, a large pillar to your left was formed when a huge boulder broke off. To the left.
There's your left right here.
Where?
This
Where's?
boulder right here. These boulders.
Oh, these boulders that fell. That doesn't sound very safe. Hopefully we don't get hit by a boulder. Okay, lava level lines. As lava continually downcut the floor, its depth horizontal lines were left along the walls, showing the levels of lost flows coming through. Contraction cracks. Cracks you see along the passages are formed not from earthquakes. The lava is hot. It expands. When it cools, it shrinks. What?
Somebody passed gas in here.
They said this is not a toilet. Dude, this place is dark, dude.
It was me. I passed some gas.
Okay, keep it going. A little bit more. Still in the cave. I don't know what you can see, but this is very dark in here.
Cave
Temperature.
The temperature in the cave ranges between 37 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit through the year, and the humidity remains at a constant 70%.
Watch out.
The surface of snow is often made of smooth cinder that have been deposited here by the occasional heavy rains, which causes water to flow through the cave and drain cinders
This place is huge.
on the hillside.
No wonder this place can be a bunker. But only 15 people can stay here? What? I know.
To inhabit the cave are the rapiding planaria, flatworms, up to 20 inches long with a head shaped like a hammer shark, hunt for earthworms, their main food. Only in this cave in the entire world have they been seen to rappel down from the ceiling crack in an ultra-thin filament, lowering themselves to the floor. If they're mind, they can turn their bodies around and go back right up. Okay.
So he says basically don't squish them.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
I guess maybe someone stepped on one. Oh, you missed one. Fallout shelter.
The large room you just entered used to be a nuclear fallout shelter area for East Maui. They used to store sleeping cots and water, cow bones, the miscellaneous bones you might have seen here. I haven't seen any bones.
We're thought to be. You might have seen here. You haven't been there yet.
Oh.
They were dumped in the cave in the 1950-1970s from old Hana slaughterhouse. Heavy rains washed them down through the cave. After that, the owner packed 17,000 pounds of them in a 9-month project, was awarded the highest award for giving the state of Hawaii. Oh. So he got an award for getting the cow bones. Yeah? No, we're not there yet. This is a nuclear shelter. Look, dinosaur eggs.
I want to put one in my backpack.
Like the velociraptor eggs. Dude. I know. Look at this hole. You remember one time I saw, what was that? It's like the Netflix movie. Can you look up? You have this hueco.
The bed above measured 45 feet from the lava subsidiary and used to start lava crossing the
And climb this.
Oh, this is kind of steep. Kind of dangerous.
That's cool.
Something else here is freaking awesome.
You saw this? There's something cooler than this hueco?
I don't know, you can see the under. Say about it? After you pass under, look up and you'll see one of the most beautiful sections of stalactites anywhere in the world. Many people view them as the inverted Hershey's kisses.
Low ceiling. Watch out, there's a drip. Oh, it's us.
Inverted Hershey's
They look like mojones.
They're sparkles, lavacles.
Holy cow.
Remember, no touching.
Yeah, that I do remember. Oh look, there's more writing. We made it to the end of the cave. And they're saying, I think it keeps going. But they don't own that way. But what about this way?
Oh, this way.
Oh, I just got hit with water.
As the brown running chocolate rather on the main passage, a huge cave in further down caused a blockage in the tunnel. At that point, the brown flow backed up, forming large
lake of lava.
Pulling against the blockage and even pushed back into the center of the passage for about 12 feet. You can easily see the edges of the flow about half an inch thick where it stopped.
Should we go? Let's go look that way. Oh. Can we go this way?
Oh, there's footprints here.
It's like animal footprints.
This looks like food. Footprints.
Oh, I think it's the end.
Yeah, it is.
We can keep walking. Go.
Huh?
Let's go. So here we are, saying goodbye
Last day.
to the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. You name it. Look at that beautiful view. Last time we're gonna see it for who knows how long. Look at this. It's paradise. Royal Lahaina. Look at that view. We were locals for a total of 8 days.
Not locals.
Yeah.
Mauri was taking the road to Hana like he was a local.
It was a beautiful experience. You're gonna miss this place. Look at that. Oh. It was beautiful. Great experience. Sorry, I don't know if you're coming up.
No, it's okay.
So, anything that you want to add before we say goodbye to...
Look at that. Look at the beautiful beach, how beautiful it looks. The views. Our little cars right there. Right there. The little thing.
The one in front of the white car.
Look how many people are playing tennis.
This place looks like a tennis competition.
Today we actually had coffee right there. It's an ice cream shop. We hadn't been there, but we went today. We took some photos in the thing. So now we're gonna up Nakalele, up country Maui, and go to the goat farm. Dairy goat farm. What else are we going to? Lavender fields maybe. But yeah, this is how we're gonna ride back. Mauri's gonna take Hawaii with him. He's riding with Tabs. He's riding with Tabs. I'm gonna be riding with this shorts and this Hawaiian shirt. But I have sweatpants to change. Can't see me. I have sweatpants to change into in the airplane to be comfortable because we do have an 8-hour flight. 6:10 it leaves.
Back to the mainland.
And then we get back to the mainland. How the locals say it here, because you know we're locals. We get to Texas tomorrow at 7 a.m. We're gonna sleep in. Mauri doesn't want to leave. Mauri wants to move here.
Oh yeah, if I could. It's just expensive as balls over here. I googled it.
Oh, we're not Hawaiian enough to buy houses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Peace.
there are some areas that have it.
Yeah. Goodbye. Honeymoon out. Sorry. You're gonna go like this. Hang loose, brother.